hear what I have to say about the Canon RP. I want to start out as clearly as possible that I have nothing wrong with how Canon really marketed or announced or made the RP how it is. I think that the RP is a great camera for a lot of good reasons. I got to use it, unbox it, and I got to bring it along with me on a small little vacation from work to a coffee shop downtown Kalamazoo, and got to show it to a lot of the bigger media content creators in the city. I think that the RP is a good starter camera for anybody that's trying to get into full frame and somebody that's looking for something inexpensive but yet packs a lot in its punch. I think the RP is kind of like the bridge for those people that are coming from those beginner Rebels and the DSLRs and coming into mirrorless. I think that's what the RP is meant for. Otherwise, everybody else kind of thought that the RP would be like a good travel camera, something that they could just stick in their bag and keep there, especially if they're going on a trip where they don't want to really bright, where they don't want to like carry all their gear with them, because a 1DX or like anything bigger than this EOS R is pretty ridiculous to bring with you on a trip. And I guess one of my main worries for the people that are creating content on the road, this is going to be one of the most compact cameras that you can put into your bag, just because it's smaller than they are. It is the smallest full frame sensor camera that's out on the market today, but I feel like everybody kind of was expecting this camera. It was a silent announcement, but it has a lot of YouTubers talking about it. Okay, really fast, because I didn't mention anything about it on the trail. I did an unboxing on it. Pretty much standard stuff came out of the box. I mean, the strap was a little bit thinner than I was expecting, but it's still a camera strap to use. The camera unboxing was just your standard unboxing. Pretty much the most surprising thing about it was that the camera was lighter than I was expecting it to be. But the RP so far, just like comparing it to the R, body size, I thought it'd be more of a difference, but really they look very similar. The RP definitely has less of a forehead on it, but I don't think that ruins the physical use. Okay, maybe the R is a little bit more comfortable because you don't have to raise it up all the way, but I don't think that's anything to really worry about. Okay, so this is footage actually off of the RP. I'm going to be recording part of this video on it just so that we can see what that looks like. I guess the first thing that I have to mention when recording on the RP, and a complaint that a lot of people have, is that they failed It's kind of controversial on the side of its video shooting. It's not really sported to be a video camera, it's more of a frame camera, which is confusing because everybody's just hoping and praying that they'll make a camera that will shoot uncropped 4K, shoot 24 frames per second, and just be able to do everything that we want Canon to do. A lot of people are confused to why Canon didn't add 24 frames per second to their R series RP. I'm not really confused on this. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. I understand that a lot of people did shoot on it. I don't personally know why. It does look choppier to me. I film on 30 frames per second and 60 most of the time. If I ever want 24, I'll film in 30 and export to 24, just because it gives you that same look. It's just a little bit interesting to me on why 24 frames per second is such a big deal to a lot of people. 24 frames per second originally was just a way for filmmakers to save money because they had to buy film in order to make movies. Shooting at 24 frames per second instead of 30 or 60, it was easier to do because cameras were less expensive and it was less money. You didn't have to buy as much film because 24 frames per second is the absolute minimum that our eyes can perceive a video. Otherwise it just looks like a frame to a frame to a frame. So to the people that are just shooting 24 frames per second, Actually, you'd save more money by buying the RP and just shooting 30 to 60, which would be also better quality than 24. I'll save my tea for another video. The RP is definitely the best entry-level camera, especially if you want to move into the mirrorless game as well. Otherwise, I would check out the 60 Mark II versus the RP and look at both of those, see which one of those will fit your needs best. I think that they both will have a place with people, especially for me. I like the 60 Mark II a whole lot, but I think I'm gonna buy the EOS RP because I want a smaller body size with the same picture quality as the 60 Mark II, with the opportunity to be a great video camera as well if I let it. It shoots 4K, it's going to be small, compact, it's going to give you enough to do a lot. And all for the package of like $12.99, reasonably priced. Is that what RP stands for? I can't think of a better way Canon could have made their next camera, other than souping one up with everything, and we might have to wait until we see the R Pro. Other than what I think the RP is, what is it like to use? What was it like to hold? What was it like to shoot with? I think that the RP is a very comfortable camera. It's definitely a similar grip to the R, and Canon always does pretty great with their ergonomics with the grips. So it's as comfortable, if not a little less comfortable than the R, just because it's a little thicker with the grip here. But the RP was a comfortable camera to use, small in the body. A lot of the buttons that you see on the R were actually replaced with different functions, probably to reduce the price of the camera. But something that I actually liked instead of missed was that function screen right here was not on the RP. They actually replaced it with this dial that had all the modes and settings that you see on a lot of the prosumer cameras that they sell now with the DSLRs. I actually liked that a lot better than what they have on this one, because to shoot between a video mode slash any of the other modes that you shoot with, you had to go into this mode dial, then you had to click the info button, and after the info button you could then select which mode you wanted to shoot with the camera, and then you could start shooting with the record button or with the shutter button. There was no easy switch toggle, twist it real quick, get to the other setting and start shooting. And I think for a lot of video people, or people that like to shoot photos and then switch to video real quick to vlog something or take a quick video of something, that's going to be a lot simpler than coming in and going to mode and then info and then coming back and like switching your mode up. I think that for a lot of people it's going to be that camera that they buy, just because it's a good camera for the price. It shows a lot of features that a lot of people look for, and it's not overselling, it's not underselling. It's just kind of what it is. It has some features that it's limited to, but I have my fingers crossed that Canon will... I have my fingers crossed that Canon will come out with a firmware update that will unlock a lot of those features that we really want and really need to see from this camera. Otherwise, the RP is a great camera. I am so happy that I got to see it before a lot of other people got to see it. I'm happy that I got to tell you about it, and I hope that you will subscribe to the channel, because we try to get all the newest gear on this channel as soon as it happens. We're gonna make a bigger effort towards doing that. So if you want to see some honest opinions on the newest gear, the hottest gear that comes out, then please subscribe to this channel. We're making a bigger effort to make a video once a week on something that matters to us or matters to you. We do unboxings once a week on Friday at 1 p.m. on our Instagram as a live stream. So if you have any product or gear that you want to see what's in that box when you get it, then just let us know on our Instagram and we'll make sure that that's an unboxing that we do on Friday at 1 p.m. Anyways guys, thank you for watching this video, and I hope that I can see you in the next one. Bye-bye.